What is going on, everyone? My name is the California Cougar and welcome back to another video. Today I was originally supposed to do the second half of my last Survivor video where I talked about the what if scenarios, what if the final juror made the final tribal council, but unfortunately we got some news this week that is rather heartbreaking for Giants fans in particular, and it's something that I've got to talk about. So, in case you're not already aware, or if you've been living under a rock for the past few days, you know that Giants catcher Buster Posey has officially announced that he will be retiring from professional baseball. Yes, Buster Posey, the guy who came onto the Giants in 2009, wasn't very good. Came back in 2010, was phenomenal, won the Rookie of the Year, helped us get to 3 World Series championships, and has just all-out balled at the plate pretty much ever since he came into the league, with the exception of a few years. Yeah, that Buster Posey, he has announced his retirement, and obviously it's a very shocking story that we're hearing. I mean, I don't think anyone expected Buster Posey to retire at this point. At least not a lot of people did. The guy's only 34 years old, and most Major League Baseball players tend to go at least past 35. Like, we have players that are nearing 40 still in the league, like Yadier Molina, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander. Nelson Cruz is over 40. He's still mashing at the plate. So, yeah, the fact that Posey's retiring at 34 is a bit surprising for some people. So I just thought I'd come on here, give my thoughts, my reaction to everything. I mean, you guys know I'm wearing Posey's jersey right now, number 28. I'm wearing his road jersey, actually. The gray jersey is his road jersey. But yeah, I've been representing Buster Posey on this channel ever since I've worn this. Like, pretty much every video I've worn this jersey in, I've been representing Posey because it's a Posey jersey. So, yeah. Now, here are my thoughts on this. Obviously, it's very, very sad news if you're a Giants fan. I mean, this guy was the anchor to our franchise for the last 12 years, basically. He's been in the majors for 12 full seasons, I should say. Well, technically 11 if you take out 2020, considering he opted out, but technically 12 full seasons, and he was really good for us. He helped lead us to 3 World Series championships. So to hear that my favorite player, and a lot of Giants fans' favorite, like if you polled 1,000 Giants fans just right outside of Oracle Park, I guarantee you at least half of them would say Buster Posey. Like, he is the embodiment of Giants baseball, basically. He's up there with people like Willie Mays and Willie McCovey. Maybe not Barry Bonds as much because he never did steroids, but still, when people think of the Giants these days, the first player they tend to think of is Buster Posey. So, yeah, obviously, losing that, I mean, you're losing a big part of this Giants organization. A big part of the reason the Giants went to the playoffs this year. A big part of the reason they won 107 games and won the division this year, finally dethroning the Dodgers. A lot of people probably would have expected Posey to go at least one more year because he had a club option for $22 million. The Giants were going to pick it up. They said back in August that they intended to pick it up and maybe even work out a new deal with him. So, yeah, they were going to pick it up. So I think a lot of people thought after the resurgence that Posey had this year, he would for sure be back next year, but that's just not going to be the case. He's retiring from baseball. Now, the main thing I want to talk about here is, am I mad at Buster Posey for doing this? The answer is simple. No. I mean, how could you be mad at him? After everything he's done for us over the past 12 seasons, bringing us 3 world championships, like I keep saying, I don't really think any Giants fan should be mad at him. Like, especially for the reasons for his retirement, which honestly it makes sense. Like, yeah, he's young still. He's 34, but I mean, still, he is on the wrong side of 30. So he only had a few more years left in him anyway. Who knows if the Giants will win a World Series, even if they had him for the next few years. Who knows if they had won. And, of course, there's another catcher in the Giants farm system that's due to come up. Joey Bart. I mean, he's going to be coming up this year for sure now. I think a lot of people expected him to come up last year, but yeah, he's going to be the next heir to the catcher position for many years to come for the Giants, I would think. If not him, it'll be Patrick Beverly, but either way, the Giants had catchers ready in their farm system. I think a lot of people thought he would move to first base, or Posey would move to first base, but yeah. And, of course, Posey's been dealing with injuries throughout his career as well. Obviously, we know that in 2011, he had his leg basically completely destroyed by a home plate collision. It was the Marlins. I think we were playing the Marlins, and some guy, I forgot what his name was, he was running home from third, slammed into Posey at the plate, and Posey broke his leg. A lot of people got mad at the Marlins player for that, but yeah. Posey was out for the season. And then he came back, he had his comeback year, won the MVP that year. And then in 2018, he had another pretty significant injury with his hip. He was out for 6 to 8 months after having hip surgery. And that injury kind of showed in 2019. His performance was deteriorating massively. And then in 2020, obviously, we saw the news that Posey and his wife would be adopting 2 baby girls, and so he decided to take care of them. And then he came back in 2021, and obviously he had a resurgent year, but after this year he decides to hang up the cleats, spend more time with his family like he's done. He doesn't really have a lot left to prove, honestly. He really doesn't. He really doesn't have a lot left to prove. So honestly, I'm fine with the decision. Yes, I'm sad, but I can't be mad at Buster Posey. I can totally understand where he's coming from. I mean, the guy is a Giants legend. He will always be remembered as a Giants legend. His legacy will live on in, like, forever. I expect the number 28 to be retired. If it's not retired, then there's something seriously wrong with the Giants organization. But I fully expect the number to be retired within the next few years or so. And hopefully Buster Posey will also get into the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, congratulations to Buster Posey on his retirement, though. The guy's a legend. Giants fans are never going to forget him. I'm hoping that if he ever returns to Oracle Park at some point, the Giants fans there will give him a huge standing ovation. I do expect that they would do that, but let's get into some of his numbers, right? So I'm going to bring up Posey on my phone here. See if this thing ever loads. Come on. Come on, Wikipedia. What are you doing? Why are you not loading? Hello? There we go. God, so my internet's been so terrible lately. I don't know why. But yeah. So here are some of his stats. Batting average, 302. Very good to have a 300 career batting average. That's really good. 1,500 hits, exactly 1,500 hits, by the way. 158 home runs, 729 RBIs. And then we look at his career highlights and awards. So he's a 7-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion. He won the MVP for the National League in 2012. Rookie of the Year, 2010. He won a Gold Glove in 2016. He won 4 Silver Sluggers, 2-time Wilson Defensive Player of the Year awards, 2-time Fielding Bible awards. He won a Hank Aaron Award back in 2012. He won the Comeback Player of the Year once. Wikipedia says he won it twice, but I don't think that's official yet, although I do expect him to win this year. Batting Champion in 2012, Golden Spikes Award in 2008, that was minor leagues, and then Dick Hauser Trophy in 2008 as well, also a minor league trophy. And he also played in the World Baseball Classic in 2017, helped the U.S. win a gold medal. So, yeah, Posey has done a lot in his career. He's done a lot. He's achieved a lot of big things. He's probably the best catcher that's ever played for the Giants, honestly. He may not be the best catcher ever. He might not be up there with greats like Ivan Rodriguez or Mike Piazza or maybe even Yadier Molina, honestly. Or Carlton Fisk. That was the other big name among catchers. But I do expect Posey to get into the Hall of Fame. Honestly, it's not about if he gets in. It's about when he gets in. Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? I don't really know. But I do expect him to get into the Hall of Fame at some point, whether it's second, third, fourth ballot, or even 10th ballot. Like, whenever that is, I'll be happy. I just hope he gets into the Hall of Fame. I mean, Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame because of steroids, but I do expect Posey to get in at some point. To me, he's a Hall of Famer. A lot of people are going to disagree with that. But he reminds me a lot of Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer has very similar stats. I don't know if he's going to get into the Hall of Fame. He obviously hasn't been on the ballot yet because it takes 5 years, I think. But, yeah, in my eyes, I do think Posey should be a Hall of Famer. I really do. He's obviously a legend for the Giants. Without him, I don't think the Giants win those 3 championships. And if they do win, it's probably only one of them, maybe 2 if they're lucky, but I doubt they win 3. So, yeah, I mean, he also caught a perfect game. He caught a couple of no-hitters throughout his career as well. And he obviously hit that grand slam in the 2012 NLDS against the Reds. That was a huge grand slam for us. But, yeah, Posey, he's a legend for the Giants, and I am sad that he's retiring. And the question is, where do we go from here? Where do the Giants go from here without Posey? Obviously, I already mentioned earlier, Joey Bart is overdue to come up, I think. If the Giants trade him, that would be a huge mistake, obviously, even though they still have Patrick Beverly, but Joey Bart's obviously higher up in the farm system. So I'm hoping that they'll go with him. If he doesn't work out, then they can try Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly's still a little bit down there, though, and while he is a top 10 prospect for us, like Joey Bart's overdue. He came up in 2020 for a little bit, and I think he came up for like a game or 2 this year, but he's overdue to have a permanent spot on the Giants roster, I think. The unfortunate thing about it, though, is Buster Posey's not going to be there to mentor him, which is kind of why I wish he had just stayed just 1 more year, but again, I'm not mad at Posey for choosing to retire at this point. Like, you really can't be. But, yeah, I mean, Joey Bart, he's going to come up. He'll probably be our future catcher, I would imagine. The Giants, I believe, tendered a contract to Kurt Casale as well, so he'll be that veteran presence for Joey Bart. I guess he'll kind of be the mentor that Joey Bart needs. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, I mean, that's all I really got for this video. Don't really have too much to talk about today. I just wanted to address this, give my thoughts, and come up with some talk about some of the career highlights that Posey's had, helping us win 3 championships, the legacy he leaves behind, and whether or not I think he's a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, that's all I really had. Congratulations, Buster Posey, and once again, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything that you've done for the Giants organization. Thank you so much. I'm going to miss you, but I will still be wearing this jersey to every Giants game that I go to. It's got your name on it. I mean, you've been my favorite player for the past 12 seasons. I'm going to hold on to this forever and cherish it. So yes, thank you, Buster, for everything that you've done for this organization. That's all I've got for today. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content to come in the future. And until the next video, once again, my name is the California Cougar. And always remember to stay California cool. Peace.